Hey, it's Vaughn here at your jazzdrumschool.com YouTube channel. Aloha, hope you're doing well. So recently I did a survey to find out how many of y'all having a hard time coming up with stuff to put in your drum solos. And most of you are saying, I need some help. So what I like to do when I need to really focus on ideas and kind of coming up with phrases or interesting kind of rhythmic melodies is I just play with one hand. So I can use one hand and my feet, which is fine. So I either use my right hand or my left hand. And I just practice for a while, just kind of moving around the drums and see what kind of ideas I can come up with. Because sometimes what we do when we have two hands is we end up wanting to play too much. And then that kind of takes us down a road where we kind of, in a way, we kind of back ourselves into a corner because we end up playing all this stuff. And then we start playing the stuff that we usually play in our patterns, and we kind of get stuck in kind of the ways that we always do things. So the way to break out of that is to just really physically change the way you play. So take just one stick and just kind of work it around the drums and see what you can do, see what you can come up with. Let me give you an example. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you often hear me say at jazzdrumschool.com and here at my YouTube channel, I'm not about drum licks. I'm about rhythmic phrases. And if we can always think of rhythmic phrases, we never back ourselves into a corner. We always can think of new ideas. The other thing to keep in mind, and I say this a lot too, is create space. So add space into your phrasing. Don't feel like you've got to fill in every nook and cranny. Leave that space there because it gives you that split second to think of what's going to come next. And the key here is that you need to have the melodies in your mind before you play them with your hand. Don't do it the other way around. Don't let your hand lead, because if you let your hand lead, you're going to end up just playing a whole bunch of gobbledygook. You want to really think about what you want to play. Be conscious of that. Be conscious of every note you want to play in this exercise, and it's going to help you develop some really nice phrases. The other thing I want to say is that being simple is okay. So there's a lot of stuff out here on YouTube about, kind of complex drum fills and things like that, and they definitely have their place. But I think there's something to be said for simplicity. And when you can play things simply and really make a statement, really say something that makes sense musically, you're really speaking volumes. So I encourage you to try this exercise and see how it goes. If you see some kind of improvement or it's not so helpful, I'd love to know. Drop a comment below. I always love to connect with you. So thanks so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video if you like it, and keep swinging, my friend.